Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris. Thank you so much for joining me once again. All right, guys, we are going back to the West Coast for another Imperial Stout. Actually, for this one, last year's batch was in my top 5 beers of the year. One of the biggest surprises for me by far. This, my friends, is Firestone Walker Parabola. It is a 12.5% Imperial Stout that's aged in various types of barrels for up to 12 months, ranging from American spirits like bourbon to wine barrels to actually other barrels that they've aged other Firestone Walker beers in. So they blend them all together and you get Parabola. It is a limited release. They brewed a lot more of it this year than they did last year, so it's going to be more widely available on the West Coast. It's starting to get to the East Coast. I know Philly market has just picked up Firestone Walker, so pretty psyched about this one, guys. So with that said, without further ado, let me get into a glass, you know, it smells, tastes, and give you the verdict on the 2011 batch of Firestone Walker's Parabola. All right, guys, so the appearance on the Firestone Walker Parabola, you know, very, very typical Imperial Stout. Dark as night, poured like a viscous motor oil. Very little head, but again, a 12.5% barrel aged for a year. I wouldn't expect a whole lot of head on this one. The head that was there was a nice kind of mocha colored, light chocolate colored head on there. Nice tight white bubbles on this one. Can't see anything through it. Let's not get anybody. Really, really nice alcohol legs on this one, sticking to the glass. Nice carbonation. Just an absolutely intense looking Imperial Stout. All right, the aroma on the Firestone Parabola. I can smell it from here. Wow, that's amazing. So many different things come out of this beer. Biggest one that hits you right in the face is the vanilla. The vanilla coming from the bourbon. There's like a bourbon quality to it. You're getting sherry qualities to it. Big almost tobacco and leather, and there's definitely some chocolate-coated raisins in there, chocolate-coated cherry type flavors coming through. Espresso beans, deep dark, almost like a dark milk chocolate, if that makes sense. A touch of alcohol, and when I say a touch, I mean barely any, and for a 12.5% beer, that is crazy. Nice roasted malts coming through on this one. Yeah, it's just an intense smelling aromatic beer, just amazing stuff. All right, the taste on the Parabola. Cheers. This is a brilliant beer. An absolutely brilliant beer. First impressions, right at the tip of the tongue, is like 4 or 5 different flavors. Usually you get like a one kind of dominant flavor at the front of the tongue. On this one, it's vanilla. It's vanilla from like a bourbon type of quality to it. You're getting the bitterness from the dark chocolate and the espresso bean kind of quality in there. A little bit of oakiness in there. There's a hint of like a roasted coconut, believe it or not, definitely in this one. Middle of the tongue, it's just overwhelming your mouth with mouthfeel. Big chocolate notes, big coffee notes, big roasted notes. Really, really smooth, kind of soft velvet feel to this one. Nice carbonation, just coats the mouth. Back of the throat, I'm getting a nice sweet finish. Definitely vanilla coming through. Aftertaste of dark chocolate, vanilla, that roasted coconut's coming through on this one. Raisin, cherry, it's just so many flavors doing so many different things, and at the same time, they're just perfectly blended. 12.5%, I taste a little bit of alcohol in there, and you can kind of feel a slight alcohol burn to it, but it's just so brilliantly hidden with the vanilla and all the different flavors. Just an amazingly well-brewed beer, well-crafted beer. I keep saying it, but it's just so well blended. And it's just an artful, brilliant beer, and I can't say enough positive things about it. It's just an amazing tasting Imperial Stout. All right, guys, so final verdict on Firestone Walker's Parabola, 12.5%. Available now, limited availability, so get it if you can. I think I've said it throughout the video. This is a brilliant beer. It gets my highest recommendation. If I could give it more than an A+, I would. It is absolutely an epically well-crafted, brilliant, artful, just genius beer. I've never had a beer that's been so well blended and created so many different flavors on the palate and just overwhelms the senses to the point. It's soft, it's smooth, it's aggressive, it's it's brilliant. I mean, it really, really is. I'm at a loss of words for this one. It's such a hard beer to describe, and there's so much going on. There's vanilla, there's bourbon qualities, there's, you know, that leather quality, there's tobacco in there. There's chocolate, there's coffee. I mean, and it all just blends to create this symphony of beer beauty. And it's a brilliant, brilliant beer, and I highly recommend, do what you can to get it. It is better than 2011 Dark Lord. It is better than last year's batch of KBS. I can promise you that, at least in my opinion. With that said, guys, Firestone Walker Parabola, my highest rating. Go out, get it right now. Leave YouTube, go get it right now. So with that said, guys, remember, life is too short. Drink amazing beers. Drink Parabola. It is amazing stuff. A+. Cheers.